Okay, y'all, what's up? Bring y'all with another video today. So what happened was I was trying to record on the beach, but it would not record because the wind was just so powerful. I cannot explain to you, but the sun is setting, and I took a couple videos for you guys, so you guys can see that. And now I'm going to get to the main topic of this video, which is my worst hookups ever and signs that you need to look out for in order to survive on these gay Grindr jack streets. Right, let's begin the video. So I actually took notes. I took notes, bitches. If I could fucking find it. Usually like these videos are off the rip, and I'm like, I don't need the notes, but like, damn, like when I need it, I don't need it. It's like when I want it, I can't get it, and when I get it, I don't want it. Like, does that make sense? Okay, cool, I found it. Turn that on. Ooh, the sunset is looking good, bro. Okay, so with this video, what I'm really trying to, like, I'm not trying to deter people from having sex or like living your best life. I'm really not. I think you should live your best life to the fullest, because like tomorrow ain't motherfucking promised. And I say that all the time. It's really not. So live your life, but let's not get so caught up in YOLO that we can't, protect ourselves for another day that more than likely will come. Let's be real. So with these situations, I really just wanted to highlight just like kind of like the red flags that were like missing and like what was not clicking for me a lot of times, because I think with these scenarios that I ended up being in, they were really preventable. Because a lot of these men that like I thought was gonna be like a really good fun time, like they just ended up being like a really super uncomfortable situation. And I want to preface this by saying, so I'm gonna give three men that I can like really remember off the rip of that was like super comfortable. Like I only had sex with like one of them. The ironic part, like the other two was a dub. Like I think once I like got there and realized what it was, I was like, I gotta like GTFO as quick as possible. So with the first one, and I'm gonna leave the best one for last, cause like it was a really crazy story. But with the first one I want to talk about is this guy. This is when I was living in Brooklyn. Actually, the funniest thing is these are all when I was, wait, let me see. Were they? More than likely, these were all when I was living in Brooklyn at the time, and I lived in Brooklyn for like almost 3 years. So when I lived in Brooklyn, because you're in a city now, so like the percentage of men that you're gonna be around is gonna be like quadruple, like versus like I live out on the suburbs of Long Island. So like, yeah, there's gay guys out there, but like the amount is different. Like the city is definitely more oh my god, it's more compact. Oh my god, what's the fucking word? But like you know what I'm saying, there's more people in the city. Like I don't know, I keep doing this. Like there's more people in the city, there's way more versus out here, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a big difference. So when I lived in Brooklyn, like I had a lot more men hit me up. And fun fact, I usually don't approach men, usually, because 9 times out of 10 the approach is online through like a app, or like Grindr or Jack'd or Scruff, or I usually just use Grindr or Jack. I don't even really use the other ones, or like Tinder. I think I did meet somebody on Tinder. No, I think it was Facebook. Either fucking way, those are the main apps that I was using at the time. And I didn't really need to use anything else, because like most guys kind of just use those main two in my area, at least, or like in Brooklyn. Especially in Brooklyn, there's like more black guys, so I prefer to go on Jack sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Grindr's kind of like the whiter side, and then Jack's is like you got the hood niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's night and day, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of causes some racial divide sometimes, because sometimes it's like, if you see like a white guy unjacked, and like you see mostly like 90% black guys, and you see the few white guys, those white guys know what they want. They want the hoodies. They want the hoodies. But back to what I was saying. So I had a guy hit me up on Jack. I was working night shifts. I usually just work like when I usually are in the situations, I'm getting off work, and I usually get off work in the evening or late at night. So I had one guy hit me up, and I was working. I couldn't do anything at the time because I was tired at night. So I was like, sorry, like I can't come. So, and this happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody might hit you up. You might not be able to hang out with them right away. You know, you gotta schedule things sometimes to make it happen. So I think that the next time I ended up working, I worked a little bit even more late, and he hit me up again, and he's like, hey, like, you know, you can hang out with me, and you know, if you want to stay the night, you know how these dudes be. So mind you, like, don't show no profile pictures, like, you know, damn, like, no face, no nothing, no face, no case. No, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. And I'm just like, okay, like, can I get a picture? So he sends all that stuff. And he's like, yeah, when you get off work, I'll wait for you and we can hang out. And I was like, okay, sure, fine. And I can't remember the exact messages because it's just like, this was years ago. But when I got off work and I left to head out to this dude's house, and he wasn't like far from where I worked. He was, I think, I really want to say like 10 blocks. It was like a 10-15 minute walk from like my job. So I was like, okay, cool, like I'll walk. So, you know, I walked, once I got off work, I walked over there, and I was like, hey, I'm in your building, like buzz me in, you know what I'm saying? So I get there, and I feel like this is kind of like the first instant red flag, was like his apartment was fucking dirty. Actually, no, it wasn't even that dirty. That's the other guy. But his apartment was like dirty. Like, he had a huge bug problem. Like, he had a lot of roaches. Like, and I'm not knocking people with roaches. You know what I'm saying? Roaches are tough to get rid of. I'm not saying that, but it's like, damn, as soon as I walk in, a damn roach greets me. Shit. But, like, some people's not red flags. Some to others it's not. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. If it's like, if I walk in immediately and I'm seeing fucking bugs, kind of saying something. But I think with this one, I really wasn't feeling him. Like, he was kind of like super awkward, like that kind of shit. I'm like, bro, like what is he doing? Like, are we gonna hang out or what? But like, I was not feeling his vibes. I really wasn't feeling his energy. I didn't like any of that. Like, he was just like, honestly to me at this point, he was a dub. And I'm just like, I don't want to keep continuing this. But I was so tired too. So of course he was still trying to like do something and have sex and shit. I was like, sorry, I'm really tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to, like, in these situations, I try not to be like super assertive, or like, I don't want to be like quick to shut somebody down, or like, I don't want to be like super abrasive in saying no. I try to be like nice about it, because I'm like in a fucking stranger's house. You could be a whole serial killer, and the last thing you want to do is kind of aggravate somebody you don't know, and you don't know what they're capable of. Like, you don't know this person from fucking anywhere. So let's start using our brains, even though we're not using our brains, but let's use our brains to make sure that tomorrow is somewhat promised, okay? So I was just like, no, I'm sorry, I'm really tired. Like, I can't. I'm just exhausted. So he still wanted to like make out and shit. I was like, oh, fine. Like, okay, like, we'll do that. But like, after that, I was just like, all right, like, I'm tired. So like, I fell asleep, and I wasn't even trying to fall asleep in this dude's house. I really wasn't. Like, y'all, I was ready to call my Uber, but then I fell asleep. I was like, bitch, I was knocked out. I was knocked out. I was so dread, y'all. I was so pissed. I was fucking pissed. I was like, I cannot believe I slept in this man's house. I did not know him from nowhere. So I woke up, right? And you're probably wondering, like, oh, this doesn't sound like too much of a bad hookup, but, like, I want to just explain to you. So I woke up and I was like, oh, shit, like, I got to go home, you know. And I think I was off that day, but, like, I just, like, I don't want to be near house. Like, I don't know you. So I was like, oh, like, my bad. Like, oh, let me just get my stuff and call my Uber. So I call my Uber and he's like, bye, you know, let's hang out again. I'm like, yeah, sure. Nah. Nah, son. So I call my Uber, I get in my Uber, and this is when I started freaking the fuck out, y'all. In the Uber drive, I started noticing like these little white dots on me. And I'm like wearing jeans. I think I was in like a black sweater, I forgot. Like maybe something like this. But like the clothes made like what I'm seeing very noticeable. So I just started seeing these white dots on me and they were like moving around a little bit. And I was just like, what the fuck is this white dots? Like what's on my clothes? And mind you, I'm in the Uber, like the Uber is halfway taking me there, and while I'm noticing this, and these, like, they were fucking bugs, bro. I don't know what kind of bugs. I think it was either bed bugs or lice, one or the other. I don't fucking know what the fuck it was, but they were crawling all the fuck over my clothes. All the fuck over my clothes. Like, they were everywhere. They were coming from my bag. They were coming from my fucking jeans, my shirts, my pants. I was livid. I was so fucking livid. I said, I cannot believe this dirty ass motherfucker have all these fucking bugs on me. Yo, like, I swear to God, I never jumped out of a car quicker. As soon as the Uber dropped me off at my house, and I felt bad because I didn't even tell him, like, what the fuck was on me. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. I honestly should have said something to him. I should have been. I should have did. But like I had to run in my house, run to my basement, take off all my fucking clothes, and throw that shit in the fucking wash, bro. In the wash. Strip down to my underwear. And I luckily I had clothes in the basement, so I changed my underwear too. And then I ran upstairs and jumped in the shower. Like, with a quickness. Like, I was like, I cannot believe people live under these fucking conditions. Like, are you serious? What? I was at the roaches. I was like, you know, like, they be hard to kill, but like, damn, roaches and bed bugs and lice. Like, what's going on, my dude? So like, that was the automatic block after, like, once I got out of the shower. Block, bitch, fuck out of here. So it was a similar situation with the other guy too that I'm about to talk about. Like, but the only thing with like the other guy was that his text was a little bit more irrational, and like these men progressively get worse and worse as this video goes along. So this other guy, like I said, it's an ongoing theme with this. I'm working late and I'm about to leave. I'm like, shit, I'm kind of bored. Like, what's up? What's good for the night? What's good for the night? So, you know, I think I'm on Jacked or Grindr. I forgot. I can't keep up, honestly. But I'm on one of these apps and this man hits me up and I was like, okay, like, his body looks nice. He, you know, he ain't look too bad in the face. And you know, he wanted to do a little thing or two. So, you know, I jumped in the Uber. I took an Uber, yeah. I think I took Uber. So jumped in the Uber, went to this man's house after I left work. And it was just like, the messages was like broken English. Like, he was not from here. I don't know where the fuck he was from, but it was like a lot of broken English. And it was like, are you coming? Are you coming? Are you coming? Like, where are you? Where are you? Which part are you at? And it's like, I hate, they like give, and it's like the most annoying thing to ever deal with is when somebody gives you like cryptic locations. Or like, if they'll send you like a location, but they won't just text you the address. What the fuck? Does that make sense? So I finally find his fucking building, and you know, I go into his house and shit. And at first, like, it was all dark except like his bedroom area. And you know, I kind of like walked through the rooms and shit. Well, you know, like the hallway and whatever. It looked regular because it was dark. I couldn't see nothing. So with him, like, and he wasn't an unattractive man, like, or anything like that. He was just awkward too, like the other guy. And I just, like, I think like he just gave me dirty vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see everything that I needed to see like once I walked in, but like he gave me like dirty vibes, and like that kind of turned me off a little bit. Like I'm sorry, like if I have to, like if somebody's gonna come over or like or I'm gonna go somewhere, like can it be clean? Thanks. That'd be nice. But yeah, so like, you know, I get there, I see his place, it's kind of junky, all this shit, so I'm not really into it. But like he wasn't like unattractive, so like we kind of still ended up having sex. He wanted to top me, but like I was like, I want you to top me, I'm sorry. I want you to top me. You can't. Nah. I felt bad because I told him he could too. Like I really did. Like I lied. I straight up lied. It was that kind of night. Cause I was willing to do it, but then like I fucking get in your fucking apartment and it looks like Satan's asshole, and I'm like, sorry, like I really like, nah. And he was a little upset too. He's like, damn, like I can't top you. I can't. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Like that's always my excuse to like, I'm tired, da da da. And I am, but like, you know, if I really like you and like if I'm feeling you and all this stuff, the fuck? If I'm feeling you, I'm more than willing to let it happen. But like, nah, I just top that night, and usually that's like that. Like I don't really top a lot, but like when I do, you know what I'm saying? I do. But like this one isn't really so much of a deeper story, but like I like I said, I felt like his place was junky and I just wasn't really feeling the vibe. So after we were done doing what we were doing, I was trying to dip, but ended up falling asleep again. Y'all, again. So and the funniest thing, he was like offering me food, offering me water, all this shit. I was like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. And I just had a feeling that he was dirty. Like I'm sorry, I don't want anything from you other than just to have sex. I'm sorry. Like you give me country bumpkins, dirty Memphis bottom of my shoe vibes. I don't know. I don't even know why I said Memphis. Like I don't know. But once I woke up and I'm getting ready to leave, and the sun is up and shining light on everything, I saw how fucking disgusting this dude was. Mans was a garbage hoarder. A fucking garbage hoarder. Like, when I tell you, like, it's like I guess when you order takeout and all that stuff, he never threw away any of his takeout boxes, any of his McDonald's wrappers. I saw fucking old ass French fries. Roaches was crawling the fuck over it. And I was like, you were offering me food? You were fucking offering me food, bitch. Fuck you. Cause you're sick in the fucking head. Offering me fucking food with this dirty ass shit, with the garbage you don't throw out, that you got these fucking roach infestation running around in your damn apartment. Probably was crawling over me when I was sleeping. Oh my god. Yo, what is wrong? Yo, like, man, are we good? Do we need more therapy or something? Like, what's going on? Because that's to me signs of some serious mental illness. I can't explain it, but I feel like it is. Cause ain't no way you out here hoarding garbage for the roaches. So roaches ain't working paying rent, bitch. I was so disgusted. I was out of there so quick. I was like, sorry, I gotta go. Bye, you know. I gotta go to work. Like, I was so tight. I was supposed to go home and then go shower shit. I was like, I gotta go to work. This is crazy. So right after that, I blocked him. And this was like a guy, like, he would make multiple like accounts on Grindr and Jack. So I'm like, obviously, like, after I blocked him, I saw him again. I'm like, a few days later, I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck? Why I see you again? And I'm like, dudes probably think he's crazy. And I'm dumb enough to fucking fuck around and find out. It's the problem. And speaking of problem, let's talk about the last one. Cause the sun's going down. But ongoing theme again. I'm at work. This time I'm working in the Bronx. Those two, I was in Brooklyn. So this time I was in the Bronx. And dude hit me up when I was working, so I was like, my bad, I can't do anything, I'm working, so that's a dub. Like, I can't do anything tonight. So I kind of waited till like the weekend. So I was like, hey, maybe Saturday we can hang out. He's like, yeah, sure, da 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 da. And you know, he gave me his number, and so I called him, and I was like texting from his number at that point, Saturday, just so it's like easier to, cause like the building didn't have like good signal, so I was like, I'll just text you on my phone. So we were doing that, and you know, he gives me a call, and it's just like muffled, like, yo, I'm doing this, and I'm like, why the fuck would you call me, like, if you obviously can't talk and you got some lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not making sense. I'm like, and he's like, yo, this shit got crazy, this is da da da, I don't know, I'm like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good, you know, I'm just not feeling well, you know, some dude's trying to start some shit with me. So I was like, oh, okay. No, I don't fucking know. I don't know. And I feel like in that scenario, I was just like, it was just a little bit too much going on, and I'm just not thinking, because I don't know you, so it's just like, I'm just saying, oh, maybe he's just going through some shit. I don't fucking know. I really didn't. But when I get there, he tells me some shit like he had some beef with some guys and some shit, and then he ended up stabbing somebody. So I was like, okay, cool. So after I leave work and I Ubered my fucking ass, I didn't even Uber, I took a train. I took like the Bronx train, one of the trains in the Bronx, like 30-40 minutes to wherever the fuck this motherfucker was at. Gets to his place, and then he's breaking down this shit that he stabbed somebody, and I was just like, ooh. All right. So, you know, now I'm getting real calm. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I can get out of here. Because I'm like, why are you stabbing people? You gonna stab me next? Like, what's good? What's going on? Like, I didn't know. So he's like, hold on one second. And like, another thing, I get to this man's apartment. When I got there, it was dirty as fuck. Mad garbage everywhere. Mad bullshit everywhere. Like, so much stuff. I'm like, what? What is up with these guys? Like, y'all not up here. Yeah, bro. What the fuck? So he goes to his room real quick, and I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have something. All I hear is so I was like, oh, that sounds like a line of coke. That sounds like a fat ass line of coke. Oh shit. So now I'm definitely getting a little bit like nervous, because I'm like, not that I'm against drug use, I'm not, but it's like, I don't expect people to casually do coke in front of, like, not in the same vicinity as me, especially if we didn't discuss that. What? Who does that? So I started getting real fucking scared, guys. Like, y'all, I started getting so scared. I was like, yo, like, is this nigga gonna stab me? Like, da 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 da. Like, am I gonna make it out of this apartment alive tonight? I was so scared. And we didn't have sex or anything. It's so funny. Like, I didn't do anything with this man, like, besides just like lay down next to him. Like, because I was so scared. I was like, and I guess by the time like we met up, like, he calmed down from the drugs or whatever, because I felt like he had to be on something. I don't know, but I feel like he had to be on something, because when you call me, you sounded real hyped up, real irrational, and then I come here, you're just like real calm. So this is another situation where like I stayed the night, because I didn't know. Like, I didn't know if I should say like, hey, like, I gotta go or something like that. Like, I really didn't. I didn't know what to do. It was so scary. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I felt really. I could honestly say I've never felt any more unsafe in my life in that moment, because that's really and truly where shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know when you meet somebody what they're gonna really bring to you. And that was just one of those situations that actually came to fruition. And when people go out and message you, because sometimes it's so funny, like, I would have like random guys on Jack message you something like, hey, be careful out there. They're usually older guys, but you know, I always thought sometimes it's like weird, like, why you trying to talk to me? But like sometimes people do look out. And they're not looking out because they're trying to talk to you all the time. They just see a young person navigating the world, and they want them to not go through probably worse circumstances that they've been through. So like I said, I've never felt any more unsafe. I've never felt any more nervous or like had so much anxiety until that night. And like I said, like dude was calm for the most part. Like he was chill, but like, you know, just me going off what the fuck he was telling me, and then the fucking drugs this dude was on and that he was doing, I was just like, I guess I'll wait till I gotta go to work or something. I don't know. It's crazy. And, you know, when I left in the morning, I was like, hey, I gotta go to work, da da da. And he's like, yeah, chill, yeah, you go to work. And it was just like so uncomfortable, so scary. And to this day, you know, it could have, like, situations like that could have been like, could have went totally different ways. Like we don't know. But I'm glad it worked out the way it worked out. I wouldn't be here making this damn video. But yeah, a lot of times we have to really be careful when we go out and we really pursue these little moments of moments of loneliness. I don't know. I call them desperate moments. Because I feel like when you meet up with a guy, and you know it's so funny, especially with that, like we spoke on other occasions too, and every time we spoke, like he always sounded crazy. But me not putting two and two together, me not thinking, me being a fucking stupido, like I'm sitting here like ignoring the red flags. I'm not even trying to ignore it, I'm just not paying attention. Honestly. And this is why you have to be vigilant, because like, yo, some of these people really out here are crazy. And I'm glad that I've deleted Grindr and Jack, because I feel like it has been doing nothing but causing me misery and pain because these men. But I am happy that I'm trying to move away from those things, because I even saw like a Tinder video, and it was like dating apps are kind of like, there's like a certain algorithm, and there's like robots cater to like keeping men engaged so that they stay on those apps. And it's kind of crazy. It was like Tinder and other apps, but I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if like Grindr and Jack does it. I really don't, but I feel like there's definitely things that happen online with these apps that keep you unnecessarily engaged, to the point where it's like it's just abusing your loneliness and abusing your desperation for money. And it's so crazy, like Grindr and Jack were free at one point, like completely free, and over time it's like, oh, pay for unlimited views and who sees you, and pay for bigger locations and all this shit. And I was just like, what to come, like, what? It's like all this it's like they're all like shit that should be free, they stop making it free anymore, and it's just like becomes really unnecessarily frustrating. And it's like I gotta go subscribe to something to see who messaged me like 2 months ago. Like, it's so stupid and so unnecessary, and it's like everything's like a cash grab. So like, in a certain sense, like a lot of these apps are really just like exploiting you, to be honest. So the last thing I kind of wanted to talk about was like certain things I feel like y'all should look out for if you gon' live your best life and all that shit, and get your dick, get your ass, whatever whatever fancies your boat, or both, or whatever, what I'm saying, that you probably should look out for. So I took my little notes, and point number 1, if they text or call and they sound irrational or they sound really unreasonable, don't go, because they're probably an asshole, or they're probably not really right in the head. Like I said, mental illness is real, and unfortunately it is a big thing amongst a lot of gay men. I'm not saying all gay men or most gay men have it, but I think we have probably a bigger percentage. We go through a lot more shit than the average person on a societal level, I think. So when it comes to mental illness, let me turn this off. When it comes to mental illness and guys being irrational, like, I feel like it's more common. I don't know why, I just feel like it is. I just feel like it is. you know, sometimes guys would text me like, hey, let's hang out, da da da. And it's like, okay, cool. Like 5 minutes later, where you at? Why didn't you leave yet? Da da. I'm like, what? You just like, bro, like I gotta get ready. Like what? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a shower. Oh no, never mind. I already did what I gotta do. The level of like time wasting and like energy draining shit that some people put you through is block worthy. So if they're on that type of energy, be quick to block. I don't give a fuck if they look good. I don't give a fuck if they're jacked. I don't give a fuck if their dick's 10 inches long. I don't give a fuck if they got the fattest ass in the world. I don't give a fuck. And you should not either. Because, listen, plenty is efficient to fucking see. When people act a certain way and they're very dismissive and they're just very aggressive, all these negative things going on, that's a red flag for you not to fucking go see them and stay in your fucking house. Number 2, if you meet up with somebody and they're like really aggressive and like really rude and just their energy is really just off-putting, and you feel that, that's your gut instinct too, and you're feeling that level of uncomfort, and you're that's your body telling you like, yo, like I don't like what's going on, like we probably should get out of here. That's your body telling you. Like when you get gut feelings like that, when people really rub you the wrong way, that's your body telling you, yo, like this isn't it. It's not. It's not. Like I said, rudeness, when somebody's rude, dismissive, cut that shit out. Cleanliness, protection. If their apartment's dirty as fuck, if they'd even attempt to clean their apartment, bro, or their house, that's a red flag. I'm not gonna hold you. How you invite somebody to your house and your house look like a fucking pigsty? That is beyond me. That's beyond me. Like shit. Anytime I've ever invited somebody over, I made sure to clean my fucking room. I made sure my room looked good. Or at least I would try. Shit, my dirty clothes on the floor, I made sure to throw them in the hamper. I made sure to spread the bed a little bit. I made sure to clean my desk. You know what I'm saying? Like, have stuff look ready. And also like protection. You know, condoms, PrEP, all those stuff. Even if they were on PrEP, still ask for protection. You know, sometimes it seems obvious. It may not always be obvious. But I think you should. Because sometimes people lie. People aren't always honest with their status and what they're taking on all this stuff. And then guess what? You might end up with some shit that you really didn't want. And you probably, sometimes you can never get rid of it. It stays with you for your whole life. So let's be real. Let's protect ourselves. Let's be smart about the decisions that we make. And let's move forward in a more positive way. I was trying to think of another word. But that's kind of it for this video, y'all. This video was kind of long. Oh my god. It's kind of long. It's kind of long. But I hope y'all took something from this, because like I really like the fucking traumas that I really like endured. These situations, like that crackhead could have dead stabbed me the fuck up. Like honestly, he could have. But like he didn't, thank God. But if y'all like the video, I hope that you will subscribe or like the video or leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. And if you guys have similar situations, let me know, because I want to read. I'll be reading the comments. I don't always reply back. Sometimes y'all leave me paragraphs. But I do read them all. So thank you guys for always posting that and always saying something. I really appreciate that. So thank you guys for watching the video again. I hope to see you in the next one. I am getting out of here because it is dark and, you know, bedtime.